Hi ladies, welcome to C Squared Artistry. Today we're going to be doing some spring cleaning. It is officially spring, and as a way to welcome in the new season, I think it's time for me to personally do some cleaning out of my makeup case as well as my brushes. So I want to show you guys how I do that and also show you what are some great ways to know if your makeup is expired. Also, how to really organize your makeup so that you can access it very easily, whether it's in your purse, home, or on your vanity. So let's get started. I actually carry a small makeup case with me in my purse, and I know you guys have probably seen them. You can get them anywhere, really just small little cosmetic bags. And I have a confession to make before I show you. It is overly full, it is overflowing, it is not organized, and so that's why we're cleaning it out for spring. So here it is. This is my small makeup case that I carry in my purse with me. You guys, it is so full. It has so much stuff in here. I don't even know where to begin. And then I move on to my larger case that I typically carry with me if I'm on the go and I'm not able to do a full face at home. I'll carry this case with me, and it has like everything else in there. So like foundation, blush, other lip colors, and that's this one. And for the last case I'll show you, this is my big boy. I would use this if I'm like, this is where I store everything. It's a little bigger. It's a lot bigger actually. And the neat thing about this is it actually has a little compartment that you can use to store your brushes in. Okay, so the first thing I want to encourage you guys to do is you want to have some makeup wipes, like removers like this, and also some alcohol. Okay, and that is so that you can sanitize and clean. So before you do that, you want to go ahead and kind of take everything out and really start going through your makeup, figuring out what's expired. Particularly, I'll give you a few things that expire very quickly, and the first thing is mascara. If you've had mascara for more than 4 to 6 weeks, it is very wise to throw it out. I know some people say you can keep it for longer. My cousin actually mentioned this on her video, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so true. And I'll show you, put a little link down there for her videos if you want to subscribe to her channel as well. Her name is Nicole, and she was doing her spring video, and she made this comment like, I know some of you guys even add water to your mascara, and I was like, oh my gosh, you ladies, you may be one of them. This is, not a jab on you, but just a reminder that sometimes people you add water to your mascara, and that is the worst thing you could do. So thank you, cousin, for reminding us of that note. But seriously, your mascara, you want to change that out. At least 4 to 6 weeks is my standard for doing that, just because you don't want to encourage any type of bacteria to begin growing. Foundation, if it's starting to separate in parts, then you need to throw that out. So this right in here, this is where you can see the oil and the foundation is starting to separate. Pretty much if you can see that separation happen, that means it's time to go. And finding this brought me to another point. If you have little samples are meant to be sampled, meaning that you use them 1 or 2 times until they're done, but you don't want to hold on to them. So this is a good example, ladies, of throwing out your samples because you need to use them. They're not meant for a long period of time. That's why it's a sample. It's just a small amount so you can try it out, and then if you like it, you go back and you buy it. Okay, so you're going to throw out any foundation that's been in your kit or in your makeup case for longer than a year, 2 years even. 2 years I say is stretching it, and so you want to throw it out after that, and especially if it starts to separate on you. I will say powders last a little bit longer, so I like using powders sometimes as well, but typically powders you go through it more quickly anyways. So what else? Lips. Yes, so lipsticks and lip stains typically last a lot longer. Those, if you can smell them, and so if your lipstick starts to have, if it has a scent, then that means you want to go ahead and throw that away as well. It literally is starting to clump in certain areas, so this is one that I am throwing away. Brushes, you should clean those at least once every 2 weeks. because you want to make sure that you're keeping the brushes clean, and even more frequently if you tend to use your brushes for different colors, because you want to be able to apply the true color, the true pigment, and if your brush is dirty, then you're not going to be able to get the color that you're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do some reorganizing, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I have emptied everything out of my small makeup bag, and I started using a makeup remover wipe, and I added a little bit of alcohol to it, and all I'm doing is just wiping out the inside and just began to wipe down, you know, everything that is in there and making sure that it's nice and clean. You know, this is your makeup, so you want it to be a nice moment when you put it on. You don't want to get anything on your hands and then put it on your face, or especially if you're on the go, you don't want it to get on your clothing. So it's important that your makeup is always clean. Foundation like this, I know particularly some of these bottles that have little grooves in there, it's very important to go through, and I'm just kind of using this cloth to really get in there and to clean out some of the grime that's built up in there. And if the alcohol is not breaking it down well enough for you, you can even use some oil, like some of the cleanse off oil, Max House cleanse off oil used for your face, any type of oil like olive oil, that kind of helps to break it down. And this is, you know, if you have time, if you're watching this video, then I encourage you to go ahead and grab your stuff, take your makeup stuff out, and just have a, you know, take a half an hour to clean your makeup kit and clean out all your goodies nice and clean. And now I'm just going through and sorting out what needs to be thrown out, like I mentioned, what is expired, and what's just empty. Let's be honest, ladies. Sometimes we keep products that we know are done. I mean, done and done. And I have to say it, I'm guilty of this right now. This is done. Done and done. So let's just go ahead and be proactive when you see that your powder is going down. This is another one. Lip liners. Ladies, I can't even believe I'm showing this to you. So embarrassing. This is not even, I don't even know, what was I trying to do with that? I do not know. So if you have lip liners that are down to the stub, to the nub, throw them out because they're done, okay? And I'm just gonna keep looking for more things. And when I find them, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm telling on myself. So this is me telling on myself so that you guys can do better, okay? Okay, another really good find, sponges, the disposable ones, okay? Angled sponges, little red sponges, like those things have to be thrown out. They're disposable. They're meant to be used once and disposed of, okay? And even the sponges that come sometimes in your compact, you have to be very careful because bacteria can begin to brew in there as well, okay? It is a sponge, it's meant to absorb. So be sure to throw those out. I would say after like less than a month, you should be throwing out those sponges that come in the compacts particularly, and if they're just dirty, you know, like if they're just dirty. And then there are some sponges that you can wash, you know, like your beauty blenders, your glamour sponges, like those are the ones that you can wash and reuse. But some of these that are like disposable, you want to throw those out after one use, okay? The other thing that I came across is just colors that I don't use anymore. You know, I've had this eyeshadow color palette for quite a while and I don't use it. It's like a peachy kind of brown and I just don't use it. It's just not for me. But why do we hold on to things, you know? So just get rid of them. And my husband is a huge encourager of pruning. And you can even see, I'll put a link here to our House of Clay video where I had a complete wardrobe makeover from my girlfriend, your stylist, Karen. And she helped to completely redo my wardrobe. And in the beginning of the video, my husband talks about pruning, you know, cutting things off that you don't need anymore. And the good thing about pruning is that when you get rid of things that you don't need anymore, you are able to make room now for more things and for better things and for newer things. So get rid of some of the colors and shades that you just don't use. And I'm actually completely done now. I've cleaned out all of my makeup cases and this is all of the yucky trash that has come from it. and it feels really good to have everything cleaned out. So this is what I kind of pruned down, and I'm going to show you everything that's in it. I have a lip liner, 2 lip glosses, one that's more neutral and one that's going to add a pop of color. And then I have eyeliner, a pencil version. I use that more so every day. And then I also have my liquid eyeliner, and I'll use that if I'm transitioning from a day to night look and I'm not able to come home and do a full face. I'll just add a little bit of liquid liner to kind of spruce things up. This is a caviar stick by Laura Mercier. Laura Mercier has some really nice caviar sticks. This one is in jungle green, and so it's a color that I'm actually wearing a little bit today, and it's easy to apply. So that'll be my eye color. Mascara, a brow groomer because my brows always get frayed. This is Brow Boost. It actually helps to intensify the color of the brows and also lay the hair down. And then a red lipstick and a small eyeshadow brush. And so all of that now very easily fits into my case, and I can zip it and put it in my purse. The next case that I redid was the medium size case. And this I will use more if I'm doing like a staycation, or like I said, if I don't have a lot of time to do my makeup before leaving the house, I'll take this with me. And I'm going to show you also what I've placed in here. I have a travel size version of brushes that I've used before. I also have a pencil sharpener that I can use to sharpen my pencil. Lashes in here, and Duo lash adhesive, blush. I have a couple of eyeshadow palettes. I have my Naked palette, which is really great for, you know, giving you some neutral colors. I have a palette that has some darker colors in there. It has a little bit of black. I like that. And I also have a palette that has some brighter shades in there. Moving into a makeup case that you're going to carry a little bit more things in, I want to have more variety with my eyeshadows. I have a brown shadow that I use to apply my brows with. I use that all the time. And then in terms of foundation and face prep, I have my primer and my tinted moisturizer. I also have this, which I use as a concealer, and then I have a bronzer, a very simple two-tone lipstick here, so that way I don't have to put any extra lipsticks in there. I can just use one of these two, and eye primer. And so all of that again easily fits into, and I have a mirror just in case I'm somewhere and there's not a mirror. So all of that very easily and quickly fits into this medium-sized bag, and I like it a lot because I don't have to worry about forgetting anything. Okay? So that's everything in there. Now, last but not least, I have my larger makeup bag, and this I actually was able to break down even more. So I put miscellaneous eyeshadows in here. I have some more loose shadows. I have, excuse me, a bag with all of my lipsticks and lip glosses. I put my, foundation here. That's things that's gonna take a little more time. I have another primer, brush cleaner, alcohol, more lashes. Okay, so that's pretty much. The last thing I'll talk about is brushes. Brushes are great, but it's even better when you can find them, and it's even better when you can have them more organized. So instead of keeping all my brushes in one big container, I've decided to separate them. I found these two really beautiful glass mosaic containers. Now I have 2 jars instead of one big full jar to be able to choose what brushes I need. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, so get to cleaning because you want to make sure that you're able to easily find and locate your makeup and your brushes. Okay guys, have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.